Let's look at the carbon-carbon double bond. We know that the carbon-carbon double bond, the structure is planar, and we know that the bond doesn't rotate. But what if we have two carbon-carbon double bonds that are sort of like next to each other? These are called conjugated double bonds. So we would say, well, this structure will be planar and this structure will be planar. But spectroscopic evidence tells us that these four are sort of like all one structure. There's a cloud on the top of the double bonds together. There's a cloud on the bottom of these double bonds together. And the result of this is that this whole structure is all in one plane. And then if we move this idea to a circular structure, we get this guy. The archetypical aromatic compound is benzene. And so we say, well, benzene has 3 double bonds and 3 single bonds. But we know that these carbons are all equivalent. The hydrogens are all equivalent. This compound is absolutely symmetrical, and that there's actually a cloud on the top of the benzene and a cloud on the bottom of the benzene, and that it's all one thing. And then if we move this idea to pyrimidine, which we've looked at before, we pretty much have the same thing. The nitrogen has a pi bond, a pi electron with a pi bond, and this structure has the same cloud, the same donut-shaped cloud on the top and the same donut-shaped cloud on the bottom. And it makes for a very stable and rather stiff compound. I rather obsess over the structure of deoxyribonucleic acid. Adenine pairs with thymine, cytosine pairs with guanine. The base pairs have to be absolutely planar and thin to the point of being two-dimensional. But the problem is that the base pairs include amines, and amines are pyramidal. This is cytosine, and we see an amine here and an amine here. The rest of it is a nice aromatic structure. We have one of these pi-bonded nitrogens and a nice little aromatic ring here, including the carbonyl oxygen. But especially this amine is going to stick out as a pyramid. It will be parallel and planar on this bond, but the rest of it will be a pyramid. The cytosine, of course, is paired with guanine, and it forms 3 hydrogen bonds. And one of the bonds between cytosine and guanine pulls this hydrogen out into the same plane. And with 2 of the hydrogens in one plane, the electron in the nitrogen is going to be put into a pi orbital. It's not part of a pi bond, but it is part of a pi orbital. And that leaves this one sticking out in the same plane.